But the deciding factor for University of Maryland was that they had just been introducing this new program called Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And when I was reading about the program, it kind of sparked something inside me, because I was like, man, I've always been like really interested in starting my own business. I'm really creative. This is the perfect program for me.
For business majors, the true value is being in a class with engineers. Yes. And you can connect with them, and I can be working with a computer science major on an app, which I have no idea how to make, but they can do it, and I can work from the design and marketing side, which I love. So interdisciplinary learning is what I think is really valuable.
There are a lot of other people at Maryland who are working on their own companies.
Yeah, I think we kind of felt like we did a lot in high school, and then we came here and we're like, wow, there's a lot of people doing a lot of cool things, and because there's just so much going on here.
Maryland's like a base of entrepreneurship, so while we're working on our project, we'll be next to other people working on their own.
Our philosophy here is that your major does not dictate whether or not you can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is for everyone.
I mean, we have an idea to start a company, and we could go far with it, but unless we had a little bit of help, structure, guidance, we'd be really lost. We really don't have a business base as engineers. It's really hard to understand how to enter a market, what a market is, all of these things we just wouldn't know without EIP. They've really taught us exactly why our invention would be useful and how to turn an invention into a company.
EIP has done a lot in terms of giving us the right foundation for having to start, about how to start a business, and I think
EIP is a great program for everybody, even if you don't want to start a company while you're at school. You learn how to use your entrepreneurial mindset to approach problems and solve them in innovative ways.
Jay has done a lot in working with us and working with other groups as well. And it's just been really good to have a sort of mentor.
We are here in the same building where the students live, where many of the courses are taught. And we're here for their access.
They're always accessible, they're easy to talk to, they're willing to listen to your concerns, they will talk to you about anything, whether it's class related or not class related.
If you have something you would like to see in the program, you have something you like change, you can tell the program director directly. Next week it will happen, involved in simulations. So it's kind of like an online video game, except it's with real, well, not real money, with virtual money, but real business decisions.
I'm having fun with this project because you get to work with theoretical money. Make money, and now we're like making our business models, and it's just really fun to start calculating like how much profit you'd be making, how much revenue.
Like, we sound like huge nerds, but it's actually a lot of fun.
EIP is a fun place to be, because you're doing something new, you're doing something innovative, you get to work with great people, and you're creating something that just hasn't existed before.
All these projects in EIP, they've given me a chance to test these skills, and now I realize that's what I want to do. And I can see everything in my life, internships and classes, just really aligned to this path that I'm discovering through EIP. I love it, yeah.
Yeah, like I would say that a lot of students, when they come to college, they're really apprehensive and they're really scared of like what they're gonna.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody.
Meeting all the new people in EIP and being able to form those bonds so quickly, I think is probably one of the biggest things about the University of Maryland.
Second day freshman year, I go outside my room and I look in the lounge and I see everybody in there. And I realized that within 2 days, everybody in EIP has gotten together and become so close. And I've never seen anything like it. There would be people walking down the halls, going into rooms, introducing themselves, swapping interests. Just everybody was really friendly. And in those first 2 days, I made friends that will be my friends for the next 4 years at Maryland.
Like coming into EIP, I really didn't know what to expect with all of you guys. And then we had the ropes challenge course.
Yeah, I had the ropes course on the back of my mind. Yeah. It really helped to set the tone of getting to know each other well.
Yeah, get to know each other well and be able to.
In team building, we had to like intertwine with each other and pick people up and stuff. Not really like got closer physically, which helped open us up mentally.
And that's one of the best things about EIP is the closeness of the community that we have, and everyone is such good friends. Everyone knows each other. Everyone feels comfortable just having a one-on-one conversation with everyone else.
We always seem to find our way back to each other. For example, we play intramural sports together, so we have intramural co-ed football teams, men's football teams, we play soccer, we play volleyball. So So basically, we're hanging out together a lot on our own, by our own choice, because we like to talk to each other. And I believe that a lot of us are going to start companies together one day.
So, you know how high schools have Mr. Clarksburg, Mr. Seneca Valley? Yeah, so we wanted that for EIP too. We decided to have one in our basement. It was pretty wacky. Everyone had like a crazy random talent to show, and I think that was probably one of the first times we got together as a group, as a family, showed each other what we could do and like laugh together. A lot of EIP is laughing together. I mean, that's our culture though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just walking down the hall, you hear like kids screaming, playing games like every now and then. And it's just like, it's not completely out of control, but it's just crazy in a sense that, you know, you can have fun with it. And
I love our students in EIP.
Maryland has really spoiled me with opportunities. I really wouldn't have been able to work on my project at another school where they don't have funding, they don't have resources, they don't have one-on-one mentors. And I think even though we're a big school, I happen to get a lot of one-on-one mentoring.
one of the greatest things they gave to us is a lot of resources. I know with Mtech they have a lot of connections to a lot of different companies, or they have, you know, the resources that we need here. I know we're filing for patent protection, and so we're able to meet with a legal advisor here and get, you know, some free advice.
There are incredible opportunities here on campus. We're a few miles outside of DC. All of the companies flock to this area. Companies come on campus recruiting specifically University of Maryland Honors College students. And the internships and the opportunities from coming to Maryland have just been endless for me personally, and I absolutely do not regret my decision to come to Maryland, and I would not have it any other way.
My internship was actually in DC this summer. I was my building was located at H and 15th Street, and it was a really nice experience because we were located honestly 2 blocks away from the White House in the Fickerson Square. Our building actually had a roof, and the view was wonderful. You just get to see the whole city view of DC, and it's a very beautiful city. But I guess the coolest thing about DC is just the perks of having connections in DC, or having connections through someone because of DC. I got to eat at the National Press Club, for lunch one time, and I can't tell you how many people can't lunch, and things like that you just very rarely experience.
Just recently, EIP was selected as one of the few programs in the country to attend the White House event, I Am an Entrepreneur. The White House! And we got selected because we're one of the few programs in the country that is based solely in entrepreneurship and innovation. And it was an honor to go, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I personally had an awesome time. I met MTV Sway, so that was a really cool time. And there Scott Gerber as well, who created the YEC, and just a whole lot of really interesting and influential entrepreneurs who had been there and kind of passed on their wisdom and advice to me as a young entrepreneur. So it was really cool.
How have the employers or just people that you try and network with, how do they react?
EIP is great.
Yeah, EIP is great.
It's a great topic to start on.
So good.
Yeah, on a resume, so when employers go through, they're like, tell me about this entrepreneurship program. Literally, I'd say probably 9 out of 10 people that I hand my resume to, that's the first thing that they point out. It's really, they like to see that you think differently. And
Really like the gym.
One of the perks of being on EIP is that you live in La Plata, which is
right next to the gym,
right next to La Plata Beach,
Stadium, like we
right next to Bird Stadium, and right next to the diner.
You can go eat, then you go work out.
So there's absolutely no excuse for you not to be involved on campus when you live next to the 3 primary things that people do on campus.
And right here, it's a good fit. You find there's people of all different aspects. It's just such a diverse group, and you have a diverse assortment of majors, anywhere from comm sci to psych to business majors and to engineering majors, of course. So it's the multifunctional kind of team that you get. Every time I walk through Stamp, I always rub Tostitos' nose. That's a great tradition.
They don't. But no, through the Honors College, they do whitewater rafting, and it was the best experience of my life.
One of the hidden secrets about Maryland is the soccer games. They have the best atmosphere out of any sports game I've ever been to, and
crew.
The crew, Maryland crew, they go crazy. They have chants.
Before basketball games, when they're announcing the opposing team, we always like to just hold up newspapers and shake them around, make a lot of noise, and pretend like we're not paying attention to that. But we are. Zombie Nation starts playing, the whole crowd gets pumped up, and we're all ready to watch the start of the games.
That's why. That's exactly why.
You like Maryland? Yeah, it's just the spirit. It's the spirit of the school. You get here and everyone's so pumped to be here. Maryland, we're all behind you. Raised by the black and gold. There's nothing quite so glorious as to see our team victorious. We got the team boys, we got the team boys. Keep on fighting, no giving. MARYLAND, Maryland will win. Go Maryland! Go Maryland! Go Maryland! Go Maryland! Go!
1, 2, 3.
EIP!
Okay. My name is Dean Span. I'm from Southern New Jersey, and I'm a double major in government. My name is Dean Span. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm a double major in psychology and government politics.
I have England, and I'm an aerospace engineering minor with project management minor.
I have many minors.
Oh, what is this?
Oh!
It's so cool. We will get this. Alright. You're too short. Switch. I got it, Sam, I got it.
I was at H and 15th, which is literally like 2 blocks away from.
We don't want to make him mad because then he'll come back and sting us.
No. He's attracted to the red.
Yeah, I was looking at you and then I was like, yeah.
Okay, this is a normal conversation.
So it's something in the background like.
He's so funny.
1, 2, 3.
You have to be like, what?
Thank you.